Welcome to GRUNG TV, the entertainment hub for news, views, reviews, and gossip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell.
Welcome back to GRUNG TV. 2 firearms have been seized and 3 men arrested in an ongoing police operation in Woodside, Clarendon. The police said a motor vehicle was also being seized. Just hours after a vendor was shot and killed while traveling on a minibus along Spanish Town Road in Kingston on Tuesday, the police were again summoned to another section of the area where another vendor was shot and killed by armed men. He has been identified as 41-year-old Everton Robinson, a vendor of Kingston address, and he was shot and killed beside his stall along Spanish Town Road. Reports by the police are that about 3:45 p.m., Robinson was standing beside his stall when he was approached by 2 men armed with handguns. The men opened fire, hitting Robinson multiple times before escaping from the scene on foot. The police were called to the scene, and upon arrival, Robinson's body was discovered lying beside his stall in a pool of blood, with multiple gunshot wounds to the upper body. The scene was processed and the body later removed to the morgue for post-mortem examination. The St. Andrew police have taken a 25-year-old man into police custody in connection with the stabbing death of another man, with whom he had a dispute at a wake yard being held in the vicinity of Ashley Road, St. Andrew. The deceased have been identified as 36-year-old Okina Bentley, otherwise called Okeen, a construction worker also of Ashley Road. Reports by the St. Andrew South Police are that about 8:30 p.m., Bentley, who was attending a wake yard in his community, got involved in a dispute with the accused man. During the dispute, the accused reportedly used a knife to stab Bentley, who was later rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. An investigation was carried out by the police, which led to the accused man being arrested. The Jamaica Constabulary Force continues to disrupt the operations of the country's criminal organization following the arrest of 2 persons in Bull Bay, St. Thomas. On March 15, 2021, a joint team consisting of members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Specialized Operation Branch and the Jamaica Defense Force conduct a mission-driven operation in the Lane Gate community of 11 Mile Bull Bay in Kingston. Operating on credible intelligence, the security forces went into the communities aiming to disrupt the activities of members of both the Lane Gate faction as well as the Tankwell gang. It is understood that the 2 rival gangs have been engaged in violent confrontations recently and were planning to commit several violent crimes in days to come. During the early morning operation, the security forces searched several premises and dwellings and interviewed more than 20 individuals. At the end of the operation, 13 persons were taken into custody. 5 men were held on reasonable suspicion of committing a crime, including 2 persons for illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. A Browning Beretta 9mm pistol along with 5 9mm rounds was seized. Charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition are Leroy Farquharson, otherwise called Slooney, 19-year-old Joanne James, 28-year-old, both of 11 Mile Bull Bay, St. Thomas. Meanwhile, the JCF is requesting Zane Perkins, otherwise called Zaza, and Nesta Morrison, otherwise called Bigger or Grammy Boss, to visit the Specialized Operation Branch, as it is believed they both can be of assistance to the investigation of several major crimes in the St. Thomas Division. The Anti-Lottery Scam Task Force of the Constabulary seized 2 semi-automatic pistols, including an extended magazine and over 100 rounds of ammunition during an operation in Cambridge, St. James this morning. A team of officers seized a 9mm Ruger pistol and several rounds of ammunition during an operation on Tuesday, March 16 in Trelawney. No arrest was made. However, investigations continue. The police seized 2 guns and ammunition in 2 incidents today. In Kingston, the Constant Spring police seized a M1 assaulted rifle along with 8 rounds of ammunition on Plum Plain. 2 men had been arrested in connection with the seizure, however, they were not identified. Likewise, the St. Elizabeth police seized an AK-47 rifle with 4 rounds of ammunition in Roses Valley, Balaclava. 4 men were taken into custody in relation to that seizure. 2 men have been hospitalized after the vehicle they were traveling in plunged into a precipice on the outskirts of Mandeville this afternoon. Preliminary reports are that the men were aboard a minibus when the driver lost control of the vehicle along the Winston Jones Jones Highway, the vehicle went over a guardrail. The injured men were rushed to the hospital where they have been admitted. 29-year-old Odin Lawson, a chef of Church Lincoln Grange Hill in Westmoreland, has been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition after a gun was found under his mattress yesterday. According to the police, on March 13, a team of officers and military personnel conducted an operation in Church Lincoln where several huts on the property were searched. The incident happened about 7 p.m. The police said during a search of the hut occupied by Lawson, a Ruger 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 13 rounds of ammunition was found underneath a mattress. A man who tried to enter a church and triggered an alarm in Linstead, St. Catherine on March 10th has been arrested and charged. 38-year-old Ricardo Gibbs of Cassava River, Glengolf in the parish, has been charged with sacrilege following the incident. The police said about 12:10 a.m. Gibbs attempted to enter the church when the alarm was triggered. Upon response of a security team, Gibbs was reportedly seen protruding from the building. The police said he was apprehended and subsequently charged. The police are now probing the murder of 2 men in the St. Andrew Central Division. The bodies of the men with bullet wounds were found in a Toyota motor car on Maple Leaf Avenue in St. Andrew about 3:30 p.m. Thursday. One of the bodies was in the trunk of the car and the other in the back passenger seat. Residents called the police after seeing the car abandoned. Bloodstains were on one of the back doors and the back bumper. Residents say around 3 hours before the discovery, they saw the car traveling along an adjacent road. A motorcyclist and a pillion were driving closely behind. Investigators have so far concluded that the car and the slain men are from Montego Bay, St. James. The grandson of the man whose remains were found in Mount Ogle in St. Andrew today is now in police custody in connection with his death. The remains of Andrew O'Lord Andrews were found in a shallow grave in a yard in the community. The grandson allegedly confessed his involvement and took the police to the location where he allegedly buried his grandfather. Andrews has been missing since mid-February. Today, residents reported smelling an odor and called the police. What appeared to be a shallow grave was discovered in the yard. The body was then exhumed. Local entertainment industry has reacted in horror to news that the road manager of reggae artist Nesbeth, a man known in reggae industry as Mr. Drummond, was shot in the head by unknown assailants on Tuesday. Drummond survived the attack, which reportedly occurred in Portmore, St. Catherine. His attackers stole his licensed firearm and shot him in the forehead, leaving him for dead. Head of the Police Information Arm, the Cooperative Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, confirmed that the incident happened but did not disclose the identity of the victim. He is alive. Nesbeth's manager was shot in the face. The Senior Superintendent in Portmore told me that his attackers took away his licensed firearm. The incident happened 2 days ago and he is still alive, Lindsay told her news source. Nesbeth could not be reached for comments. However, he posted a video on Instagram with the caption, "They shot my road manager in his face and took away his licensed firearm. Please keep him in your prayers. Jamaica is out of control. Be safe, everyone."